Good morning. I'm 1 minute late because I needed a wee. So that's why. Here we go. All right, so today is Monday. I knew it. Jesse's gonna want in right when I close the door. Oh, come on then, come in. Gosh, this dog, I swear. Good morning. Okay, so today's Monday. We're gonna start the week with an animal. I'm so excited. So we're gonna do this little guy here. And I think it should only take one day. I've thought about it, and I think it should only take one day. But we'll see. It's not a really big one. We're gonna do something really similar to the little like aloe plant things that I do sometimes with the two colors. And then the outline, but we're not going to do an outline. So I picked black for the spots. You can pick a brown if you want to. And then I've got this, like, I don't know, it's like a yellowy mustard or something. I kind of wanted to use this one because it's much brighter, but it's very yellow. So I thought, actually, I'll go with a more muted one. And so you can kind of do this two ways. Of course, I can't just tell you the instructions. I have to give you lots of options. But it doesn't matter which one you do first. So you could either do all the spots first so that you don't stitch over them with the black, and then fill in the rest of the space with this color, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Or you can do all of this color first and then just put the spots in wherever you want them. Because it is like a cheetah or a, something that's that color. So, I'm trying to think of the other one that's really similar color. A jaguar maybe. But yeah, so it can be however you want it to be. They're not like a specific place. I just kind of scribbled some spots on there and we're done. So I'm going to use 2 strands, and I'm going to use this leopard. Yes, maybe it's a leopard. A leopard or a cheetah. Actually, I was Googling all the different animals, and so many of them look really, really similar. Like so many of them. I even Googled the jaguar, and in a jaguar I thought was all black, but they're not. Shows what I know, huh? So I'm going to use 2 strands, and I'm going to do the same kind of like long and short stitch, but not. I'll show you. So we're going to make our stitches different lengths. And then when we blend them together, they won't be like blended completely, but they'll look a little bit like a jagged. Let's see if I've got a hoop to show you real quick. Because I think I have one just right there. I thought they were all black too. Yeah. So I did a Google, and I was looking at jaguars, and I thought they were solid black. But the ones that I saw almost had like black spots on them. Like they were like a black, but then they had black spots. Google it. I might be wrong. I Googled so many animals for this that I was like, oh gosh. Okay, so this right here is what I'm talking about. So by doing some stitches short and some stitches long, and then right next to each other, they kind of go together and make like a zigzaggy kind of line. So we're not looking for something like this one where you can see like boom, 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 boom. This is the August pattern, by the way, if you wanted to have a look. It's going to be for August if you do the pattern of the month. But yeah, so we're going to kind of look at these like zigzaggy kind of stitches. Okay, so let's go in with the black first, and then we'll go in with the other color second to kind of fill in the rest of the space. And then hopefully it'll work out. So we've got black at the tip where I've colored it in, and then the kind of mustard color, and then black, mustard, and then it goes straight to just the regular spots. So, all right. Again, 2 strands. And I'm just going to make these a little bit short and long. So they're not going to be like a satin stitch where they're all the same length. And they're going to go into the other area. So they'll kind of go into the mustard area. I always hate using the black thread because you can never see it very well on camera. I haven't got the light on today because it's very bright, but I might go do them. Veronica says, wow, just Googled them all and they are all very similar. Yeah, and like in my mind, I was like, I had an idea of what each one looked like and they all looked a bit different. And then when I Googled them, I was like, huh, this is not what I remember from school. I remember it being a little bit different than this. So I actually might go turn the light on real quick because I feel like it could be a little bit brighter, you know? Just a little bit. Let's see if it works. Maybe. Maybe not. I did it anyways. Did we all have a good weekend? Oh, Hannah says, I actually know exactly what all of them look like. I don't know where, maybe I was just always mixed up or something because I always had an idea in my head of like, this one looks like this and this one looks like that. And then I looked at them, I was like, huh. Big animal documentary lover over here. See, I can't watch them anymore because I get too sad when they like kill other animals or like die and stuff, you know? Veronica says all has to do with the way their spots look and their tails. Mel says she had a lazy weekend. I love those though. Sometimes you need them to just like reset. So yesterday we did all of our jobs early. Then we went and laid out in the sun for a while. We filled up the little apple pool, which was supposed to be for Jessie, but apparently she thinks it's just a big water bowl. She did play in it a little bit, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's meant to be for like babies and like 2 and 3 year olds, but we definitely bought it for Jessie like 4 years ago and she could not care. She's just like, no, not interested. Where I'm the one that like literally was in my bathing suit, like sat down in the pool as low as I could go to like submerge my entire body. Oh. But yeah, yesterday was our 7th wedding anniversary. So we didn't really do much. We just got all our jobs done and then read books. Fell asleep outside on the sofa for a while. It was really nice to like take some time, you know, and not do anything. Even though we were both like, oh, we could do this. We could go to B&Q and like buy a floor or something, or oh, we could like sand the hallway. We were like, no, we're not doing anything. Okay, so let's see what everyone was up to. Jamie T worked all weekend, was very jealous of your little paddling pool situation and everyone else's. Carrie says that cheetahs have like a rosette around their spots. And you know what? That's totally right, isn't it? They've got a spot and then they've got like a kind of top on, like a little like top and bottom, don't they? Feel free to change this however you want to do it, you know, if you want to do it a little bit different. Claire says, I've been melting this weekend, 33 weeks pregnant and 31 degrees, don't mix. I do agree. I feel like I get hotter quicker. So lots of fluids and like dousing myself in the hose like all weekend. Hannah had to study the whole weekend long, having an exam on Tuesday and Wednesday. Oh gosh, good luck. Lots of happy anniversaries. Thank you. Miriam bought a massive planner for her Gunnera plant that they bought in Cornwall. Oh, that's exciting. Veronica says, happy anniversary. It's my dad's 85th birthday yesterday, so we all went there. Oh, happy birthday to him. Yeah, we were thinking about it, and I met David in February of 2012. So this next February, we'll have been together for 10 years. I feel like it's gone so quickly. I feel like maybe we've been together for like 5 years. Or like 4, you know? But like 10? Gosh. That's so long. I've just closed the door because people are doing work outside. And I'm absolutely roasting already. Oh, man. Okay, I feel like I need to do this a little bit faster so I can show the rest. Speed stitching in it. Coming up on 25 years together, it does not feel like it. Gosh. Congratulations, though. That's amazing. I love hearing stories of like how people met and like how long they've been together and stuff like that. 10. I'm assuming that's Carrie. You've been together with your partner for 10 years. Oh, didn't mean to send that. Never mind. Hannah says, my husband and I have been together since October 2013. It does not feel like this long at all. Okay, right? Like, I feel like we all should just not count last year because doesn't it feel like it didn't really happen? We have actually, though. Oh, so Carrie and her partner have been together for 10 years. Amazing. Hannah says we met when I was 18. That's wild. Oh, gosh. That is wild. "10 years on the 21st of this month." Amazing. Oh, I love it. I love hearing about people. Like what people, like anything about people. I love like what they do or like what they're like, anything. It's just so interesting. I'd say last year counts for 5 years. Oh gosh. Ruth says, I've been married 47 years at the beginning of next month. That is amazing. Big congratulations to you. I love that. Still not married though. That doesn't matter. If you're together and you love each other, meh. Yeah, I think that's why we like to say like how long we've been together and not just how long we've been married, because I feel like being together counts, you know? Okay, I need to open the door. It's too hot in here. There's not even a breeze. I don't even know why. It's just like hot and still. Oh, my husband and I have been together since 1984. Love that. About to buy a ceiling fan for on top of here. thing with houses in England is that they keep the heat in. So once it gets hot, you're done for. Okay, so I'm going to go to the tail here because then I can go back and show you how to do the next step without having to do all of the little spots on the other. And the lack of screen doors here just drives me crazy. Like, why do y'all not have screen doors? Like, can I get a screen door? We do not have air conditioning. It's really not a thing here in England. Like, not a lot of houses have them. Or like central air or anything like that. So yeah. So once it gets hot, it's just hot. Yeah, you can get in Shanghai they have the ones that are like a rectangle and they go up close to the ceiling. And they have them in every living room, bedroom. Yeah, living room and bedroom. They don't have them in bathrooms. And they don't have them in kitchens. But they're heaters and air conditioning. So like it goes hot and cold. And I was so surprised that they don't have them here. Hi, George. Because they're so great. Veronica says we don't normally need them here. Yeah, so it's not hot for so long, but when it does get hot, I feel like it's like lingers. You know, if that makes any sense. Whereas I feel like in America when it gets hot, like it can get hot and then like your house will still stay cool for a while. Okay, so I've done this part. I'm going to flip it over and cut my thread and put the other color on. And then I'll just do this one later, okay? Because it's been almost 20 minutes, so I just want to make sure that you get all the instructions before. I might go take a drink of water too. Climate change may make it different though. Yeah, Miriam says it's not normally this hot. So it's not really needed installed. So another thing we have in the States is the window air conditioners, which is what we have in our house. So we don't have like central air or anything like that. It's just the window air conditioners. But I actually haven't really seen window air conditioners here a lot. I've seen like a standalone unit that you kind of plug in, like a big fat, like huge, you know, like 2 feet by 2 feet box. But I haven't really seen like a window one that you like pop in the window. But I think that's because here the windows tend to open this way out. Whereas in America, they tend to be like this and they open up and down. So I don't even know how you would fit a window air conditioner. The musings. What boring chat. Air conditioners. It's just warm, and it's just like once it gets warm, it just like tends to stay warm. I'll learn my lesson tomorrow and do it in a bathing suit top instead of a t-shirt. So there you go. Okay, so we're gonna go back with this color again, 2 strands, and it's the same technique. We're just making the long and short strands or stitches, sorry. And I'm going to go quite a bit into the black. So sometimes I'll go quite deep and sometimes I'll go just right to the edge. So we want to make sure that we fill in the shape, okay? Because you don't want to see any of the blue or the green background poking through, but you also don't want them to be like straight across, like here's black, here is the mustard color. So you end up with something like this, hopefully. kind of just look at the stitches like next to it, and if they are kind of all the same, I'll make it shorter, or if they're all the same, I'll make it longer, depending on like what it needs right there. And that's why sometimes this stitch is a little bit hard to teach, because you kind of have to do what you need to do for your own, like based on the stitches that you've already done. You need to look at that and then make your own decision on the next stitch, if that makes sense. Like I can't just tell you like do a long one, then do a short one, then do a long one, then do a short one, because it doesn't always work out that way. Okay, so we've got the first one done. I like how that looks. If you're not a fan, try. Sorry, I just took a drink. I didn't want to get too close to the microphone, although you could probably still hear it. Also, I've got a small problem with after the neighbor had the flood, now all of a sudden, when we turn our water on, there's like a bang. So I don't know what is going on with that, but I'm gonna see if my neighbor will help when he gets off work. I like it. Thanks, Ruth. And Mel says it's cute. So I don't know what's the deal with that. I've checked the boiler and it's like a little bit low pressure, so I'm gonna have to see what's, I don't know. I don't know if it's because of his flood or like I don't know how that would affect my water, but slightly worrying. So like every time we flush the toilet or every time I do laundry, like when the water turns on, it's like boom. It's called a hammer pipe. Oh, how do you fix it? Do you know how to fix it? Like, did we mess it up somehow or something? Or like what? It's literally like only from when the neighbor's house flooded. So I don't know if it's just a coincidence or like has to do with like pressure in the boiler or like, I don't know. I don't know anything about this kind of stuff. Air in the pipes, etc., and the plumber can fix it. So we need to call a plumber. Okay. I'm about to write that down. Is it like an expensive fix? I hope it's not. Literally gonna write that down because I'm gonna forget about it. And I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, someone told me what it was called and now I can't remember what it is. Sorry. Suggest calling back the one who helped the other day. Well, see, they have a council house, so I don't know who they've called. And it happens with cold water or hot water, like both. At any time you turn the water on, that's what happens. Okay, so down here, because we're not going in a straight line anymore, you need to just continue with the shape of the tail. So I can totally see that my pen is finally going to die, but you're gonna make the same short, let's not poke ourselves here, same short stitches, okay, but they're just gonna follow the shape of the tail like this and have them curve a little bit, okay? So they're kind of just going to be short stitches and they're going to just turn like that. Definitely get a plumber. Okay, I'm gonna put it on my list. But at least I can tell him like what I think it is. You know what I mean? Instead of being like, every time I turn the water on, the pipes make a bang. Which they'd probably just be like, huh. Just wanted to say hi. Oh, okay. Good morning. Unfortunately, I'm not doing this embroidery, but I need to say that it looks so good. And also that I miss the stitch along a lot. Aw. Well, nice to see you. This is kind of where it gets similar to the tree, where we did the long and short stitch like this. We're just going around the spots, slightly into the spots, because we want to keep that like rough hair look. It's perhaps to do with air, but yeah, get plumber in. Yeah, that's a good idea. But thank you so much for that, because like I said, I would have just been like, just making a banging noise. Don't know. How does it happen? I'm going to ask the plumber when he comes. Like, what's the deal? Because it just happened. Like, it just started one day. So how do I know, like, it not to happen again? Or does it just happen over time? Okay, so from here on out, we're just filling this area. You obviously don't want to cover the spots that we've just made. It looks like I've made a small, missed a spot. So yeah, we don't want to cover the spots that we made. You might want to go into them a little bit. Jamie T says, I know exactly the sound you mean. We've had it before, and I've heard it in hotels and stuff too. Yeah, it's just like concerning because it's like it's never happened before. And at first I was like, maybe it's just like because of the heat, because it got warm last week and it just started like Friday maybe. I was like, maybe it's just because of the heat and it'll go away. But I'd rather get it fixed or like have someone come look at it, because home stuff is not cheap, you know? And it always makes me worried, like, how much is this gonna cost me? So later in my stories, when I'm like, please buy a kit, you'll know why. I need to fix the water in my house. Oops, cover that one up. Let's just take that one out. That looks so cute. I think it's going to look really good. And I feel like this is really, like a satin stitch, you kind of have to do it how it is, because if you get a couple that are a little bit wonky, you can really see it, if that makes sense. Whereas this one, I feel like it's really forgiving, and you can kind of go over and over a couple spots if you don't quite like make it how you want it to look the first time. Remember to get right up close to that, because we want to make it look like this tail is behind this leaf. So make sure when you're stitching it, you really want to go up under there. And you might even have to kind of angle your needle in like this. Kind of tuck it in, instead of going just like straight down. And the 2 strands helps it to have that like fur texture. If you really want to go like over the top and like make it look really smooth, then you can use 1 strand, but it'll just take you longer. So it just depends on how much time you want to put into it. But I reckon 3 strands works really well. 2 strands. Did I say 3? 2 strands. I've just got 2. just Googled, turn off at mains, then open all faucets and let all the water drain open until it's all drained away. Then turn your mains back on. Oh! Oh my gosh. That seems totally doable. Like that seems like something that I could try. Is it under the floor? We had that with one of the pipes as the pressure got the screw to get loose under the floorboards. Oh no, it's not. It's kind of like up in the ceiling where the bang is. Or like close to where our water main switches. Because like that's something that I could totally try by myself, and if it doesn't work, then well, you just turn it all back on, you know? Okay, this looks so good, like way better than I thought it was gonna look, I'm not gonna lie. Because sometimes you think it's gonna look a certain way, but I feel like this is better than I thought it was gonna look. Does anyone else put your fingers like this when you are using a hoop stand? I don't know why. I don't know why I always do that, but I always put like my finger, like my hand on the thing. Got one little space here left. And then one right here. As always, go back through and make sure that you've filled it all in. Do you know what I mean? Depends on the type of boiler possibly, so be careful. Might want to top up the boiler if it's a combi boiler. That's a really good point too. Oh gosh. I don't know anything about this stuff. Google is my friend. I'll look up what kind of boiler that we have and then see. Or maybe I'll wait for my neighbor to come home and be like, hey, this is what I was thinking. But thank you guys so much. Like, you all know so much. Hammer pipe. Who would have thought? Okay, so I've done the tail. This bottom part is literally exactly the same, just as you showed. I would probably do the black spots first because I found that way easier, so I don't have to stitch over, you know, over it already. So there we go. So I still have to do my work from Friday because that's not finished up there. I took a long time trying to figure out what I wanted to do because I didn't know if I wanted to do 2 colors or if I wanted to do just 1 color. I don't know. You just want it to look good, you know? So I still have to finish that today. And then I also have to finish the rest of my cheetah. So I'm going to love you and leave you at that. And yeah, I think he's going to look so good. Or she. I love that. So I cannot wait to see yours because I just know they're going to be so amazing. You guys always do such a good job, I swear. Like, I don't even know why I'm teaching you. Like, you should be teaching me. So enjoy your Monday. I'm going to go put my bathing suit back on and just live in that because it's so warm already. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And we'll do the next part. So be sure to tag me at the Barmy Fox with the line underneath. Use the hashtag the Barmy Fox SAL. Just a quick note, all the ones that you put in your stories, they don't come up on the hashtag. Only those that come up on the hashtag are ones you post to your grid. So if you want to be in the hashtag grid, you know, post a little update or a picture. And then we can see all your amazing hoops because a lot of times the ones I share in my stories don't ever make it to the hashtag and they just look so good. I want them to be there. So yeah, just a little top tip for me. So enjoy your day and I'll speak with you tomorrow. Bye.